Hello Internet, hopefully you've just seen the video I've put online looking at this team in more detail, a team that I used in Milan. Like I said, as I promised I suppose in the other video, we're just going to look for a game just to put this team to bed really, because don't really enjoy using it. I don't think it's a very good team. Honestly, it's verging on terrible. The more I play with this team, the more there are just some huge holes in it. It is so weak to other Charizards. Like, my Rhyperior is the only thing that I can really hit Charizard hard with, and it's got Solar Beam. So outside of Trick Room, that's almost an instant loss. It's pretty bad. So we're just going to, look for a game, put the team to bed, and, if you want to use it, feel free, but I won't be. At least we've got a pretty standard-looking team to finish it off with. The Nidoking is quite interesting there. I do like Nidoking. It's obviously, like, Nidoking has always been an interesting Pokemon in VGC, just because it hits very hard and it's got lots of very nice coverage. With Sylveon being so popular now, a Sludge Bomb shouldn't one-shot a Sylveon, but if you want to be extra funky, you could even go for a physical Nidoking now, actually, because it did get a buff in attack. And Poison Jab still gets the sheer force boost, and like it will just destroy Sylveon. But anyway, enough of the perks of possibly using a Nidoking. Let's think about what we're going to do. At least this guy, mercifully hasn't got a Charizard Y, which, like I said, is a big problem for this team. He has got the Heatran though, but I'm prepared for Heatran. I've got lots of hidden power grounds on here. My Sylveon is almost a must-take when I see Hydreigon in the preview as well. So normally I lead Charizard and Cresselia, but this time I'm going to lead with Cresselia and Sylveon. I do want Ferrothorn in the back, I think, and don't think I'm going to get much out of taking Charizard in this game, so I'm actually going to take Rhyperior. So, fingers crossed we can send this team off in its, on its merry way with a victory. My Trick Room is very obvious, so there's a chance he might even Trick Room to try and cancel out my Trick Room, because looking at his team, Sylveon, Heatran, he can potentially have a Trick Room option on there as well, so his Cresselia might have Trick Room. He might try and Trick Room to counter my Trick Room, so I'm tempted to not Trick Room, really, and I'm tempted kind of to go for a Calm Mind, but he might be pressured too much to just try and hit my Cresselia. So, like, he's got a pretty painful choice, really. Like, either he hits my Cresselia or in doing that, he loses his Hydreigon. I don't think he will do that. I think he is probably going to bring his Heatran in or something like that. So, I'm not going to Trick Room, thinking that he will Trick Room, and I'm going to go for a Calm Mind. Just on the off chance, I'm going to go for a Ice Beam on the Hydreigon. So, maybe I'm thinking this way too much. Okay, so, well, he does switch it out, but he doesn't go for a Trick Room, which is what I would have really liked. Now, I'm in a interesting position, because it's really tempting, because, the fake out is quite obvious on my Cresselia. It's tempting to bring my Cresselia out for the Ferrothorn for all of the damage on there. Neither of these can do too much to my Ferrothorn, aside from maybe a low kick, which does do a good chunk to it. But if I do that and protect the Sylveon, then I don't really have any kind of momentum the next turn. So I am just going to leave my Cresselia in here, and I'm just going to protect with the Sylveon. I'm expecting this to be a pretty dead turn. Ooh, well, even the Helping Hand Double Edge I don't think will knock out Cresselia. So he's let me get Trick Room off here, and he didn't use Fake Out, so maybe he has got Protect, but this is going to be an instance where a Helping Hand Hyper Voice, I think, is going to go in this direction. There's no real need to try and predict any kind of switch in. Cresselia can't do anything to Heatran. I mean, it can Psychic Nidoking, but Nidoking is really not going to appreciate this. So let's just go for a Helping Hand Hyper Voice. If Kangaskhan doesn't have Protect, it will get knocked out here. Okay, so he's probably reversing the Trick Room. That was, wow, look at that damage. Yeah, wow, that was a lot. So, on a Cresselia as well, wow. So, he is probably going to go for a Another, well, it's probably going to go for another double edge, but he can't stop my Cresselia from getting Trick Room up unless he goes for Trick Room with his own Cresselia. I don't think he'll do that though, so I'm just going to play this like really, really safely. Like, this might be, like, this turn could, you know, be the end of, you know, this game for me. Because, but, no, okay, so he doesn't go for a, okay, yeah, that works out. He doesn't go for a Trick Room there. That was the big worry for me. I was pretty sure that Cresselia could survive a Helping Hand double edge, so I was quite happy for it to take all that damage. And basically now, I'm in a pretty good position because I don't have to Helping Hand here. A Hyper Voice will knock both of these out. So the best thing that he has got to take a Hyper Voice really is his Heatran. So I'm going to bring Cresselia out for the Rhyperior, and I'm going to go for that said Hyper Voice. So here's the Heatran, here's the Protect, doesn't really matter. Here's the Hyper Voice. There we go. So as long as Drill Run hits here, so Drill Run, Heatran, and Hyper Voice, yeah, that's the game won basically. So this is what the team was meant to do. Meant to get into Trick Room, you know, sweep things with Rhyperior and Sylveon. So I'm glad that in this last game, you know, it actually happened. But there's so many times, so many instances where, like, he could have even got a trick, you know, gone for the Trick Room, and then I would have been stuffed. So, you know, it's a pretty, I don't know, on edge team really. I don't like this team very much. But, you know, like I said at the beginning, you know, feel free to use it. But I'm done with this team now, I think. So, have it. So, thanks for watching this, guys. Hopefully you've appreciated, you know, watching something a little bit different, something that isn't a Lipid. But, you know, hopefully I'll be back. Hopefully I'll do a bit more on Showdown. You know, maybe with something else. Well, something other than this anyway. But, you know, any suggestions, anything you'd like to see me do, then please put them forward. You know, I'm up for most things, really. But thanks for watching this, guys, and goodbye for now.